In this video, I'm removing the fuel tank of the Elan. This one actually was very time consuming for me, and I don't know if I've done something wrong while I was doing it or not, if it's meant to be that time consuming. After disconnecting everything, it was quite tricky to wiggle the fuel tank out of the spot. I reckon it's going to be a challenge to put it back in as well. Anyway, let's just jump into the footage and hope you enjoy it. So here I'm taking apart the first bits of the tank, and these are the feed and return pipes, which I'm going to remove now. And you can see, instead of using the special tool that Lotus suggests you use, all I've used was just a couple of jeweler screwdrivers. Now, after removing them, a bit of petrol came out, so I just used a cloth to clean it, and I kept the cloth around just in case of any other spillages. At this point, I'm just working towards removing the tank expansion space balance pipe. And in order to do this, I just use some needle nose pliers with a little bit of a bent edge. I don't actually know the name of that in specific. But all I had to do is just pull the clips out and then use a screwdriver to get a bit of leverage to pull the rubber hose out of the metal hose. As you can see, it's coming out now, and it wasn't particularly difficult. Then I just did a tiny bit of cleaning up and started working towards the other pipes. So this would be the neck, the fuel neck, I believe that's the name of it, the filler hose, and the other one is the filler breather dip tube, which as you can see, I've removed now the filler hose, and the next thing is a dipper tube that I'm just pulling out now, and getting a bit of room just to get access to everything and take them out of the way. I then quickly plug them with some cloths just to make sure that any fuel fumes would not come out. Here I'm accessing the straps for the fuel tank from the inside. What you're supposed to do next is to release this nut from the weld nut of the strap, and then lower everything down carefully, both sides. The problem I have is that I can't do this, so I have released the other side of the strap, and this strap is now free. So I just need to try to do this from the other side and see how it goes. Otherwise I'll have to release both bottoms and then remove this using heat after the tank is out and there's no danger of fuel fumes. So here you can see I'm trying to access the other strap, which I was also unsuccessful, so I had to also remove this strap from the inside of the car behind the seats. So after the two straps were loose from there, the fuel tank was actually free to come off, but it actually didn't come out. It took quite a bit of wiggling from both trying to push it from the bottom and from the top, as you can see from the footage. This took me more than an hour actually, and I had multiple attempts at moving the tank from the bottom and then trying to wiggle it from the top as well. Ultimately, I had to ask my brother for help to see if two people together could just position the tank in the correct place. But as you can see, I even used my crowbar to try to pull the tank and get some leverage on other locations. Here I was trying to just use my jack to hold the weight of the tank, and hopefully I could get it to move from pushing it from the top in some other ways that I wasn't able because of the weight of the tank pulling it down. And I wasn't very successful there either. And as you can see, I went back to the crowbar without any success, and just a lot of fiddling about. And soon enough, I'll just cut my video down to the point where I finally removed it. So with my brother's help, he was trying to wiggle it from the top. I was trying to pull it from the bottom here, and you can see that it finally came out free. So that's the removal of the tank, really. So here we have the tank. It's full of sand because I've been sandblasting around, but I've plugged both holes, so I don't have any sand inside. Either way, it will be cleaned before it goes back in. And it is a unusual job for me. I found it a lot harder than it should have been, and from the video you can clearly see that disconnecting all of those connections here and taking the straps out, it's not really a big job, but wiggling it out is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one.